And we're good to go. About the murder. Have you learned anything new about the case? Actually, I ran into Prosecutor Gavin, and he told me something interesting. Seems the murder took place in the art room. There's traces of a large pool of blood there. So the police believe the body was moved from there to the stage. What? Really? Just like the mock trial again. The police are searching the art room, but whether they'll find anything, well, what? Come to think of it. Let's do our own crime scene investigation before it gets too crowded around here. Right. It's a flashback. I don't speak these. Oh, never mind. Now, where was I again? There's really no need to talk about it right here, right now. I want you two to find out for yourselves. So, are you shocked by your conversation with Professor Means? Oh, I guess so. Actually, that was pretty shocking. The Dark Age of the Law. I'm sure you've heard those words before. Sure, a number of times. Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers back by... Prosecutors file false charges and lawyers fight back by fabricating evidence. There's a lot of that going around these days. But the question is, how is it related to the case at hand? Training students to produce results. That is the school's policy. Oh, that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Right. As long as those results come by fair and honest means. Oh, but what was it that Professor Means said? The ends justify the means? The end justifies the means? The Dark Age of the Law. It's the Dark Hour! To survive the Dark Age of the Law, you must use any means necessary. Fabrication of evidence and false charges are unavoidable in the quest for results. That's what they're preaching here at Themis Legal Academy. Oh. But what'll happen to our legal system if results are all that matter anymore? Relax. It's just a rumor. I'd take it with a grain of salt if I were you. Oh, that's relief. I'll be going there for a minute. Wait a second. What if Mr. Wright examined the victim's body for a reason? Maybe he was worried someone might actually tamper with the evidence. I think that about wraps up what I know so far. The fact that this case closely resembles Miss Wood's script is obviously important. Knowing that, you should probably try and identify what's the same and what's different. Okay, I'll try talking to as many people as I can on campus. Alright. Outdoor stage. I thought the area was cordoned off. Hey, the police are discussing something over there. Ooh, I know. I'll just quietly sneak over for a listen. Here goes. Now, Athena, watch where you're... Huh? Hands off. Ouch! Ugh. Put this stupid box here. Wait. Apollo! This box, there's... What now? There's someone or something inside. Don't let it be a snake! What's that supposed to be? Let's see, this side up, hands off, fragile, turns white to black, panda ink. You morons just blew my cover. What the? There really is someone inside. That someone is me. Miriam Scuttlebutt. And I'm a senior in the judge course. What's with the box? 200 bottle value pack. It's the fate of we. It's the fate of we who live in the shadows. There's a very good reason why none see my face by the light of day. Wait, if you're taking the judge course, did you write a mock trial script too? You really want to see my script that bad? Well, you better watch out. Read it without my permission, and you'll wish you hadn't. Who cares? I'm sure it was rejected for a good reason. Probably one of these is plagiarism. Present badge! If you want to give me a present, slip it through the hole in my box. Or if it's too big, you can open the top and give me it that way. So, which way is it gonna be? Either way, it creeps me out. Arrow. Planner. Paparazzi, tabloid. I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect? Is it really that amazing? You just don't get it, do you? Oh my god. That is a very durable cardboard box. Toilet paper, hamster cage lining, window wiper, my paper is so awesomely versatile. Am I to understand that the contents run the entire spectrum of fecal matter as well? Anyway, this is her paper, probably. My script was way more popular than Juniper's. Really? Wow, was that the majority opinion? Yep. My behind-the-scenes maneuvers, threats, and deceptions worked like a charm. Miriam, this may come as a surprise to you, but that's called cheating. Says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the end justifies the means. That's why that's what they teach us here. Apparently, some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law. Oh, so you're studying to be a judge too? You must be classmates with Juniper. Are you a friend of hers? Juniper? Sure, she's my friend. That's why I'm gathering info. Now, tell me all you know. You know, for tomorrow's trial. For tomorrow's trial? What are you talking about? I'm going to take the stand, naturally. So, the witness for the prosecution is some weirdo in a cardboard box? This disguise is how I get my scoops! But you're right, it's me. So, tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Oh, wait a second, Miriam. Repeat what you just said? A lawyer without brains is as bad as his ears. A lawyer with brains is as bad. Oh my god. A lawyer with brains as bad as his ears. Poor Juniper. I'm taking the stand tomorrow. Tell me everything you know for Juniper's sake. Clear enough for you this time? I thought so. Athena, my bracelet's reacting. Really? That means a lie already? That was quick. Hi. Let's perceive. I'm pressing the wrong button to perceive. Let's take a look at those fingers. Actually, no, let's get a look at your eyes first. I mean, it's going to be, for Juniper's sake. Let's see if I can...
Gotcha!
That's strange. You suddenly tightened your grip when you said for Juniper's sake. It's like you subconsciously tensed up because you're lying. What are you talking about? When did I ever lie? Okay then. Let me ask you this. Why were you selected as a witness? That's an easy one. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Themis Herald. I know everything there is to know about campus, even the darkest of secrets. Editor-in-chief, huh? Pretty impressive. Yeah, well, it's a lonely one-whooping operation. I do it all myself, from reporting to editing to publishing. Still impressed? I'm a perfect storm of journalism because I bring it all to the table. And this is the evidence. Here! Thank you. An extra edition of the Themis Herald, published to coincide with the mock trial. Thanks, Miriam. You revealed who you truly are. Someone who's never had Junie's best interests in mind. What? Are you questioning our friendship? Look, you may want answers, but no can do, because what you're saying conflicts with this piece of evidence. I also want to read this. An unceremonious cancellation. Oh my god, he's got glowy shit all over his hands. I guess that means he was painting the, helping paint the outfit.
Take that!
That's the Themis Herald, the paper I published. What about it? Are you really that dense? This article is full of malicious lies about Junie. It's definitely not something a true friend of hers would write. You got it all wrong. Another staff member wrote that one. I don't think so, Miriam. You even said it yourself just a moment ago. It's a one-whooping operation. Or did you forget that already? If you're just giving me the info you have. Stupid pawn! Juniper's just using you. Hi. Now, I want the truth, Miriam. You hide in your box in order to collect gossip for your sleazy paper, isn't that right? Isn't that right? You're not really friends with Juniper, are you? No duh, she's the target of my scoops, and my readers demand dirt. Extra, extra! The dirty little secret of the squeaky clean student council president. Dirty little secret? Alright, what are you planning to say in court, huh? I'm a witness to her part in the crime. I'm going to tell it all in a shocking expose. The end justifies the means, and that's my brand of tell-all journalism. The end justifies the means? Wait a second. In this dark age of the law, many of us embrace Professor Mean's methods, even future judges. I've even adopted an end justifies the means brand of journalism, which includes tape recorders secretly hidden all over our campus. Secretly recording every last word without anyone being any the wiser. Doesn't she realize that's totally illegal? And one of them was at the scene of the crime, the art room. You put a tape recorder in the art room? What did it record? You want to know? You really want to know? Yes, please. That's so nice of you to... Like I'd really tell you now. The big scoop comes out in court tomorrow. You're so mean, Miriam. According to my evidence, a fatal fissure had opened between the three of them. Who? Junie, Hugh, and Robin? And what do you mean by fatal fissure? Juniper, Hugh, and Robin used to be the best of friends. Used to be. They still seem to get along pretty fine to me. Did sense some discord, though. You don't know anything. Professor Means has his followers and Professor Court has hers. Had hers. Their influence is inescapable. Are you implying that one of them adheres to that extreme idea you and Professor Means have? But why would anyone follow that philosophy? How could you possibly understand? You're new around here. Miriam, would you feel better if you came out of the dark and into the light? I can see fine in here. You'll be the one seeing the light in court tomorrow. Then you'll realize how guilty Juniper Woods really is. We're going to have to cross-examine her tomorrow, but I don't know where to start. Well, let's at least take care of whatever we can today. You're right. Let's see what else we can find out. Alright. See ya. What else? What else? Tell me about this. Never mind. Maintenance area. also, now that I know some of the names, Hugh O'Connor, Hugh about the report. So, this is the maintenance area. Let's see, during the Mock trial, Prosecutor Gavin said the art room is right above here on the 3rd floor. And that the body was dropped from there onto a high jump mat from the storehouse. Right. And then he claimed that the body was transported to the stage in a ball cart. And then... There's someone else here. There's an incinerator back there. I hate it. Hey, it's Robin. Whoa! You scared the crud out of me! Right back at you. So, what are you doing here? I'm working out so that I can become strong enough to save Juniper. But I'm so worked up. My training brace is almost breaking at the seams. Oh, right. The girl you like got arrested, so you're psyching yourself up to rescue her? Yes, because I'm the manliest of manly men. That's why I work out with my manly brace. Except that I hear some discord in that manliest of men's voice of yours. I don't mean to be rude, but can you talk without shouting? Sorry! I'll try not to shout so much. If at all possible, that is. Which is not at all possible by the sound of it. So do you mind if I ask some questions as Junie's lawyer? No problem. Ask away! Keep 'em coming, man! Ugh, my ears ache already. Whoa! Check out your badge! What do you think? Nice and shiny, huh? Yeah, it's awesome! If the plating ever starts to peel or gets all bent up, let me fix it for you. Really? Thanks. No problemo! I'll have some primo clay and glaze at the ready, just in case. Wait, what does clay have to do with my badge? Whoa! Did you make that? Let me fire in the kiln for you. Just give it to me and I'll take care of the rest. I think I'll pass on the kiln firing this time. Dodged a bullet there. Whoa, deja vu, man! It's like I can almost taste my near victory again. But no, the final showdown was canceled because of that murder. This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come between you guys. You kidding? Our friendship, it's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like the calm before the storm. In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow at any moment. That paper! So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. Has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. Maybe the author just wants your attention? No way, man! The venom in those articles is way beyond that. I wonder. What about this one? Nope. Same thing as the script. Alright, let's chat. Robin, could you tell me a little more about yourself? You want to know about me? I'm a second-rate member of the Fine Arts Club. The Fine Arts Club? Long flashback for something that we saw not long ago. Say, did you create those stage statues by any chance? You bet I did, both of them. Put my blood, sweat, and tears into those things, man! It must have been terrible seeing them all smashed up like that. Nah, I couldn't I couldn't face Professor Court if I let something like that get me down. What do you mean? Professor Court was a fine arts club advisor. She was all about truth and beauty, man! She always said, the only good result is the truth. That and only lawyers who speak the truth through legitimate means produce worthwhile results. Yes, I'm totally on you guys' side. Your guys' side. She must have been an incredible woman. Yeesh, you call me loud when I practice my chords of steel. Aw, man! Why'd I have to take the prosecutor course? I mean, how am I supposed to save Juniper if I'm studying to be a prosecutor? Don't worry, I'll clear Junie's name, you'll see. The three of us had a dream. We swore we'd make it happen together. Prosecutor, lawyer, judge, the three of us would hold fair and honest trials. The dark age of the law? Ha! We were gonna put a nail in its coffin, man! Wow, you guys swore to do that? But no! That stupid school rule had to ruin it! School rule? Which one? Anyone with a prior conviction, no matter how minor the offense, they won't be allowed to graduate from this stupid holier-than-thou school! Tough legal academy with even tougher rules. Junie will never become a judge unless I can prove her innocence. If I fail, the three of them will never realize their dream. It's like someone put pressure on my pressure. Alright, well. See ya, I guess. Aha! Hey, Hugh. Anything new? Since you're a lawyer and all, I'm sure we can swap notes. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh! Oh, it's you two. Do you want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. You don't really think Juniper could have done something like this, do you? Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were the exact same as... Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody could mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script. Or wrote it. But look, Professor Means is better... Look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. Picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Look, it's something you don't have, dweeb! Your attorney's badge? Looks brand new. That just shows how inexperienced and useless you are. When you get your badge, it'll be new and shiny too. You mouth breathers just don't get it, do you? My badge will be a symbol of my genius, from the moment I get it. It will be chipped, bent, and worn as if it's been through 1,000 courtroom battles. He's like some hipster doofus. Random junk from some mouth breather? What makes you think I'd want to see that? The least you could do is make it more interesting, like telling me how cool I am. Who does this guy think he is? So, you really declared that you'd confess to Junie if you won the mock trial? Because he's definitely not the shy type. Yeah, well, that's just the genius that is me. My thoughts and actions are on a whole other level from you mouth breathers. No, it's your vanity that's on a whole nother level. I get it. This is your way of mocking my defeat. You like shoving people's shame in their faces. That's your modus operandi. No, that wasn't my intention. Besides, you were never actually defeated. Oh, I suppose you're right. Or is this just a trick intended to provoke me? That wasn't my intention either. Then what was your intention? I don't... You're trying to toy with my emotions. Wow, this guy can't even take being humbled, old country style. Same thing? Alright then. Oh, actually. Hey look, an arrow. That's from the archery club. We let the school use it for the mock trial. Never figured it would end up being used like it was. Of course, the real murder weapon isn't an arrow at all. I know, but the fact remains that it was used in this whole insidious plot. But a mouth breather like you couldn't possibly understand. You see, archery is a sport that demands advanced mental focus. And the killer's action have done harm to its image. Has done harm to its image. I know exactly what you mean, except for the mouth breather remark. Well, let's hope someday you will, because it won't be any more self-evident. I like him less and less every time he opens his mouth. Q, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble, too. I can even say that with a straight face. Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But, as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time. What about that mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. There's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right. And I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Q, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Ding dong, ping pong. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right. There was an announcement and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's totally VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. No windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So, I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was about to start, I headed back towards the main building. I'm inserting words, inserting letters, everywhere. Oh well. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right. It was quite a shock. Much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Have you considered that means that you were the one to discover the body and you didn't report it? So you said that this event was more important than, the professor being murdered? Wait, hold it right there. You went through the mock trial even though you had discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Where'd you get that? So, this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right. But if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. You really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? You're a freak. You're a freak, Hugh. Just report the dead body, There's more important things. Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks. And don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what's next? What next? Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh, wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. Oops. Thena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Thena, like she used to. She's finally letting her guard down. Badge, again! I wish the mock trial had ended better than it did. Yeah, but to have 3 good friends all play leading roles? It's pretty amazing if you think about it. That's true. And it's thanks to the strength of our friendship. There's nothing we can't do if we help and support each other. I don't know. Is that really the issue here? But whenever I bring it up... Yes, that's what it's all about. The friendship between the 3 of us is absolute. Athena, it's obvious that they're friends, so let's leave it at that. Yes, I know that, but... words seem kind of forced. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't go around showing that to everyone. Sorry. How come? I mean, it's so well made. Aren't you going to wear it when you sing? Yes, unfortunately I've been chosen to sing, but I don't think I'm up to the task. Reminds me of the old Junie when you talk like that. Makes me want to protect you. I can't let you do that. After all, I'm student council president. It's my job to look after our entire student body. So what if you took that can-do spirit and applied it to your singing? We're talking about me singing in front of a huge crowd. Maybe she is in over her head. Maybe just a little. Oh, that's... Oh, right. I already showed you that. Damn. Fucked up Apollo. Junie, the crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? We wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. I mean, there is one other person who definitely heard it, and it's, you. We'll see you pop out of that thing eventually, but also... Maybe she reported to him, and then he followed through with it. That would also explain why, when the picture was shown, Aristotle Means was like, a green jersey, because that's different from what he heard. It's different from what was in the script, because it was supposed to be a prosecutor class's red jersey. I think we haven't heard already so far. However... Yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. I've been worried that the trial would wreck their friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. Their friendship? The friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both of the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. So if Robin had won, he wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship to the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. I was wondering about that owl you had on you when you were arrested. Look at that fist of justice. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. And we have nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red color on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but... It probably was just paint, but that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? Then how and when did it get on there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Vina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key in the awl with what looked like blood on it. A key? In the awl? Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic, so... The awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too. But let's not jump the gun on this. You and Professor Court were busy prepping for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school around 6 p.m. At around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know. I believe in you, Athena. Well, I should go now. Bye. Is she gonna be alright? She's like a shadow of the girl we met back at the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that. A little weak and sickly. The fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still. What is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. Might have been mistaken. Reason to doubt their friendship, is there? I mean, that might have also been Junie knowing about their feelings and trying to keep it friendship, and those two trying to, start dating Junie, and also the competition between them. Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Juniper are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Court, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then, her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is, the script and this case are exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial might very well unfold just like the mock trial did. No. The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo and he's the king of being fine. He's the king of being fine. My name is Apollo Justice, and I am fine. The more that you say that you're fine, the less it sounds like you're fine. My butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran the full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high? Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. Oh, hi. So my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is terribly brutal. I'm willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that the end justifies the means concept again. Now that it has come to this. We have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. I wish he'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure it doesn't happen then, won't I? Aye, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn of your own inefficacy the hard way. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh, dear. Please forgive me. It's just, I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you would excuse me. Thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine. I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. The trial is about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom, if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright. Leave it to me. That's right. I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. Oh, the bird's back too. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness. And now we don't even get an opening statement. Detective Fulbright and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team. Oh, right, the case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding if that's what you're thinking. All right, Detective Fulbright. Would you please explain this case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this all I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. Oh, are you passing me the autopsy report? Thank you. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too? Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train him to not mess up people's hair while he's at it. Moving right along. The body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood on the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely! And there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording? Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. Why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder? Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now. It is quite hard to hear. The voice does sound female. I'm looking forward to the next Ace Attorney game where there's like a pair of siblings. One of them is the murder victim named I'm a Goner, and the murderer, You're a Goner. The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. And you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, the voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. Could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body. Wait one moment. If all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Ha 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 ha! Have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved that body. In justice we trust! I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. And by those 3, I mean... Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. In justice we trust. Damn it, he did. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant Juniper Woods as the only possibility. Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations. You could at least pretend to be upset for me. A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not have been any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. Ha 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 ha! I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust! Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright. The first time a detective has ever gotten a salary raise. Congratulations, Detective Fulbright. Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. It's you, scum. So, our first witness is a cardboard box? Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands. Smile, Your Honor. What the dickens? I just had my picture taken. I just had my soul stolen. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge course. Juniper's been a bad, bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crime. Might I ask whether you could come out of the box? How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter. But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my! I never thought of it that way. Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time. A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto, how can the judge believe this load of crock? I mean, we've met him. I guess he's not named Dogen anymore, but he was Dogen. Now, your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face. Witness testimony. She's got knee pads, too. I guess she needs them if she's going to be in that box crouched all day. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use a script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script. Ah. The murder is just like her script. Could such a thing be true? Compare her script with a murder case and crime scene photos. Then you'll see. This is so simple. Even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script. Ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accused's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script. An argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing. That makes perfect sense. What now? Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. He's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum rap and a phony evidence. Grudges and betrayals. I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness? No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. I don't think there's anything, like, really solid that I can throw anything at yet, so it's just time to press stuff. There must be places where the script and the case diverge. Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles. I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection!
Oh, fuck you. What did you just say? Blackwell really turned that one around on you. Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Oh, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script. In the actual case, there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility. Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. What a total burn! Try again, why don't you, Pawn of Woods?
Hold it!
Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand. I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times. Shame on you, Miriam. That crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes on the back of her head. What chance does your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebug, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such an underhanded tactic? For such underhanded tactics? Why, I plead entrapment! How is you blurting out your own entire crime entrapment? But you haven't scooped me yet! They were all set to use Juniper's script. I should double check this.
Hold it!
How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script? They're in the art room where the heinous crime took place. An envelope marked Use and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it. But Juniper, she used some devious, underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation?
Hold it!
Anyone who saw that mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have just easily staged the body, just like the script.
Objection!
What the fuck? That's the weakest explanation, Athena. Weary is the trial which pits hawk against a canary.
Objection!
What did you just say? If he's so weary, you should try humping less. I bet that'd save him some energy. This is no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't get him let to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykestorm. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents? That's right. You even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child. Elementary school? That is a good picture. Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for a loop. The perfect caption. End quote. How marvelous. A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand. In a school paper? Seriously? I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours, etch it deep so that you may never forget. No. No! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I gonna do? Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. You'll discover an inconsistency if you do. I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script, and that it is beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Objection!
What'd I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script. Something known only to her. That would not just be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational. What do you mean? Yes, Miss Sykes. Please tell what you mean by irrational. It wouldn't make any sense for Junie to mimic her own script on purpose because it would... I mean, multiple things. Oh, wait, no. Mimic her own script because it would make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational. What's wrong with them being the same? Yes, Miss Sykes. Care to explain what you mean? Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... That's right. If she'd really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. Look at all that stuff. The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script. Don't let it get to your head just yet.
Objection!
It would seem Justice Stono's comrade in arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use. Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already. There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak. Reason? What reason? Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case and script.
Objection!
No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too? Precisely. With the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled. Wait, so you didn't call the police? Nope, I kept it secret for my big scoop. You can't do that! I mean, somebody else also did that, so we have two guilty parties. I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box top? Compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was... Jeez, I wonder what the twisted samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box, and spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight. That sounds more nauseating than scary. Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony. Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. And I'm going to add another stream marker.